For quite some time now, I've been using a Razer Huntsman Mini as my main gaming keyboard, and it is an absolutely fantastic keyboard. But since I've gotten a much bigger setup and much bigger desk, I've really been wanting to get a full-size keyboard because I've kind of been missing things like the numpad and arrow keys and all sorts of things like that. So after a lot of deciding on what to get, I finally settled on this, the Keychron K10 HE. Now, I'm super excited about this thing. It is fully wireless, so it actually has a battery inside of here. And so far, I've never actually tried a Keychron keyboard before. I've tried things from Razer, Corsair, Logitech, all sorts of brands like that, but never from Keychron, so I am excited for this thing. It has the Nebula Linear Gateron magnetic switches, which is pretty cool. I'm excited to try this out. From videos I've seen online, this thing sounds really good. So let's dive into it and see if it holds up. Alright, I'm going to rip this sucker open. Nice premium feeling box and like just nice premium looking branding. I really like the branding and just the clean simplicity of it. And you get a nice premium box underneath. Man, they're killing it with the packaging, that's for sure. Alrighty, I'm gonna open this sucker up. It's like suction cupped. There we go. Woo-wee. There we go. We got a foam and then quick start guide. Nice printed out quick start guide. That's very nice. Here is the keyboard itself. It's actually quite hefty. I guess there is a full battery in here. There she is. This is a nice, just hefty feeling keyboard. So taking a look at the keyboard itself, this thing is absolutely beautiful. On the bottom here, we get some nice rubber feet, obviously. You also get these little adjustable risers. You get two different settings for those. Very nice. And the whole thing just feels very premium. Doesn't twist around a lot. Just very nice. This one also has the wood accents, which I really like. It looks very nice there. And honestly, I dig it with the brown keys here. Overall, just great looking keyboard. On the side of the keyboard here, we get our USB Type-C, a button to switch between Windows, Mac, different things like that. And then we have a Bluetooth and a USB mode little switch right here. Now, before I actually turn this thing on and pair it to my PC, I am dying to figure out what these switches sound like. So here we go. Oh my goodness. That is beautiful. Now this thing is exactly what I was looking for in a keyboard. That kind of creamy mechanical sound, just exactly what I was looking for. The actuation of each key is so smooth. It's unlike anything I've ever felt in any keyboard ever. The spacebar has like nice weight to it. Each key press just... That's perfect. That is amazing. I love this thing. Now, I did just turn this thing on, and I did forget to mention that this thing does have RGB as well, which looks fantastic. It's nice and bright, and it doesn't light up the keys itself, but it lights up kind of in between the keys. And honestly, I think it looks really great. And I'm going to have a lot of fun playing with different colors with the kind of wood combination and different aesthetics. I think it's going to be a lot of fun to mess around with that. Now, there is actually a software for this keyboard, sort of. It's actually more of a website, which is kind of an odd way to go about it. But through here, you can do a whole bunch of different settings with the keyboard. You can reassign different keys to different functions. Now, these are actually analog mechanical switches on this keyboard, so you can change the actuation distance. You also have a rapid trigger mode. And let me tell you, this keyboard is extremely, extremely responsive. I've been super impressed with just typing around with it. I haven't played any games with it yet, but it is extremely responsive. Probably the most responsive keyboard I've used, and the fact that it's wireless is very impressive. But yeah, you have a whole bunch of different settings here. And now also, because it is analog, you can slowly press the key down and it will almost like a controller or a throttle pedal on a racing wheel. If you're playing like a racing game, you actually have like throttle control. It's not just, on off like most keyboards are. So that's pretty cool for, especially, if you're doing like simulators and stuff like that. But yeah, here we also have our key map. We have backlight, so you can control all the RGB functions. There's a lot of different effects and colors here. What I do like, you can do per key RGB, which is very nice. You can kind of customize different things. But what I really like is the color selector is like, it's the whole rainbow wheel. You can really get the exact color that you want to, which I find really nice. You can set up all your macro keys here, firmware updates, all sorts of different stuff like that. So tons of control. I kind of like that it's not actually a software you have to install. It's just all online, which is pretty nice. I'm actually going to bookmark this here. But yeah, it's nice. It doesn't take up any space on your PC. You do have to download like a driver or something for it to connect. But honestly, pretty nice, clean software. Easy to use. Everything's labeled. And yeah, just probably the most control I've ever seen for a gaming keyboard. Actually, gaming with this keyboard just feels so good. I just can't believe how smooth and like creamy these keys are. Maybe that's kind of a weird way of putting it. But this thing just feels so good. I'm specifically playing Fall Guys here just because it's a very keyboard intensive game. And yeah, this thing just, I can't believe how responsive it is for a wireless keyboard. I do have it actually plugged in right now because it is charging, but in wireless mode, you genuinely can't even tell a difference between this and a wired keyboard. It's just so responsive. The polling rate on this keyboard is 1000 hertz, so that is definitely where that responsiveness comes from. And then as far as charging, this thing charges pretty fast via USB Type-C. It has a 4000 milliamp hour battery, so it should last quite a while. I mean, the whole thing in here is basically a battery, and it feels just very hefty. And yeah, I'm excited to actually test and see how well the battery life is on this thing. This is hands down the best keyboard I've ever personally used in my life. The build quality is excellent. I can't get over how smooth and responsive these switches are. They're just like the best keyboard switches I've ever used in my life. And the build quality, again, is amazing. Good RGB lighting. Love the wireless functionality. I haven't gotten a chance to long-term test the battery life, unfortunately, but with that 4000 milliamp hour battery, I imagine this thing can hold a charge for quite a while. Now, if you can justify the price tag of $145, that's the price on Keychron's website, then I would say absolutely go for it. I've used Razer keyboards, Corsair keyboards, SteelSeries keyboards, HyperX keyboards. Nothing I've ever used compares to this. So I am super happy with it. I highly recommend it if you guys if it's within your budget for a keyboard. I'll leave a link down in the description below if you guys are interested in checking one out for yourself. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more content like this, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.